everyone, Fed here, and welcome back to my How to Build series where I show you how to build cool stuff inside of Minecraft. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build an automatic melon / pumpkin farm. Now, I actually wasn't going to do a video on this one, but it works ridiculously well. It's just an idea that I ran with, and I don't think you'll ever see a melon farm that works this way, this automatic melon farm or automatic pumpkin farm. It's so weird. I actually got this idea from when I did my whole dragon head, my 10 dragon head ideas. And there was one where I had the armor stand move back and forth with a dragon head on it, and it would open and close. So I actually used that same idea for an automatic melon farm. So what's happening is this armor stand is going around and around on this little water belt right here, and it's activating pressure plates as it moves along. And that's how the whole thing works. That's how the whole thing works. And it's really weird, but it works extremely well. It works so much. It works so good that I just had to make a video on this thing. I've been letting this one in particular, I've been letting it run for 4 hours. I actually have another one somewhere. I think maybe it's over that way. You can see some things at a distance. I like to keep everything nice and open, but I don't, oh man, that must have a lot of melons, but I've been letting this one run for about 4 hours now. And yeah, the melon, I don't know why you would ever need so many melons, but this thing's output is ridiculous. There's just so many melons that was generated in under 4 hours. Now, of course, you can use melons for potions. You can just eat melons. I actually like to use melons if I'm going to the nether. So in case I fall in lava or do something stupid and I lose all my steak, I'd rather lose melons instead of steak. Or maybe you're just like me also, where you just like to have anything redstone related inside your world. If I was to do a survival world, I would definitely have a bunch of automatic stuff. Survival. I know so many people want me to do Let's Plays and things like that. You don't have to tell me. But let's go ahead and jump into this. It's a very, very simple build. It's just weird how it works. It's so weird how I got this thing to work. And like I said, the output, guys, look at that. Look at this output, only 4 hours worth, and there's just so many melons. There's just so many melons. Let's go ahead and start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, since we are using armor stands, I don't know if Pocket Edition got an update yet for armor stands, but of course, this won't work on Pocket Edition if there isn't any armor stands. If you guys do have them, that's fantastic. I haven't actually looked at Pocket Edition in forever. The armor stand just works really good because it goes so slow around the outer edges. See how slow that thing is going? It gives way more than enough time for those melons to grow. So the first thing we're going to start off by doing is taking out powered rails, a minecart with a hopper, some blocks of redstone, and then just any block will do. Use like stone bricks or cobblestone. Don't use glass. Don't use a redstone block. Those are transparent blocks and it won't work. We need a full block for this to work. Now I'm going to be building it the same size over here. This size is fantastic. You saw the melon output we had over there. 4 hours, guys. I had like 12 stacks of melons. There was just so many. It's ridiculous how much this stuff can grow. So I'm going to be making mine 29 blocks long. You can make it way bigger. But I mean, obviously you don't want your armor stand taking way too long to get around. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. The minecart underneath, it depends on how fast the minecart underneath goes. So you can make, I guess you could make this thing huge if you really want to. But like I said, I don't know how many melons you possibly will ever need in your world. But I'm going to be making mine 29 blocks long. That's the exact size of this one for the inside of it. The outside, I would say it's about altogether maybe 35 blocks long. So we're going to start off with a powered rail first, and we're just going to count out 29 blocks from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. Now we're gonna have to go back and forth 3 times. So we already did it once. So now we're gonna go back this way and do it 3 times. So go all the way down and then come all the way back. Now, if they connect together like that, don't worry, just break that block first and then go ahead and just put it back like so, and then just wrap it back around down to this way. And of course, we're gonna have to add in a few more powered rails here and there, just simply because there's no way it can make it all that way off of one powered rail. Absolutely not. So over here at the back end, so over there is where our collection bay is gonna be. This is where our collection bay is gonna be going for all of our melons. Over here, it's just gonna hit a wall and go back towards the other way. So we're just gonna place a redstone block down here, place a powered rail, and then place in our normal block right here. So if I place in a minecart with a hopper, as you can see, it will launch it off to the end. And now I don't know how far it could go possibly. I don't know if like PC, Pocket Edition, and console are different. I know on console, the minecarts move a lot faster on console edition. On PC, they move a tad bit slower. So I don't know how the distance you're gonna have to go to add in more powered rails, but as you just saw, it made it down this entire line absolutely fine. So on console, just place another powered rail down here at the end, and it should make it all the way down there fine. So as you can see, boop, it will go all the way to the end, hit that powered rail, and it will wrap all the way back around absolutely fine. And then as you saw, all we have to do is just place one more powered rail here, and it will absolutely make it no problem. So like I said, on PC, you might need to add a few more power rails. You just have to make sure that it can make it all the way to the end. So if you want to test it out to make sure everything works, you know, just place in a redstone block here, this, and then boop. And just make sure that it can go all the way around to the other side without stopping. So as you can see, boop, and it goes all the way around, boop, and it makes it all the way to the end. So just make sure it goes all the way back to the end and then wraps all the way back around. If you want to add in a few more powered rails on console edition as well, you absolutely can. I just want to use the least amount of power rails as possible because obviously it's harder to make powered rails than it is to make rails. All you have to do is just find a mine shaft, and you'll have rails for days. You'll have so many rails, you won't know what to do with all those rails. So let's go ahead and turn this off real quick. Boop, there we go. And then we're going to go ahead and just place that back right here. So now that we have our whole bottom collection bay in, we're going to go ahead and place in dirt right along the whole entire top of these rails. So just take out some dirt, and like I said, place it along all the tops of these rails. I'm going to go ahead and just speed up the video because you don't need to watch me place down dirt on top of all the rails. So now that I have all the dirt in, we're going to go ahead and place in our melons and or pumpkins. It really doesn't matter. You can actually put both in if you really want to, but we're going to go ahead and take out a hoe, and we're also going to need, of course, some melon seeds and or pumpkin seeds. I'm going to make this entire thing just melons. So all you have to do is, you know, just till the ground in the middle and then place in a seed. You don't need water or anything like that. Once the seed's in place, the ground can't get untilled. So, you know, just go like that, boop, 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 and go down the entire line. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video again so you don't have to see me do this as well. All right, so now that we have all our melon seeds in place, let's go ahead and take out our pistons, and we're going to place pistons right along the entire line of blocks. So let's take out some pistons. And you know what? We can also take out a block of choice. It really doesn't matter. This is where our armor stand is going to be going across the top of it. So if you want to just use dirt or cobblestone, you absolutely can. I'm going to go ahead and make mine look nice. So I'm going to go with stone bricks. So like I said, we're just going to be placing pistons right along the entire outer edges of our dirt. This is what's going to be pushing the melons once they are grown. So I'm going to place pistons along this entire side. I'm going to place pistons right along the other side as well. So once this side is done like that, boop, we're going to go ahead and place pistons along this side as well. So there we go. And then go all the way down to the end. Now that our pistons are in place, just take out your blocks that you have chosen to place your armor stands on top. And we're going to go ahead and place our blocks right along the top of our pistons and then bring it right along the outer edges of our dirt. So come out one more from the dirt like that, and then wrap it this way, and then bring this all the way going down this way as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and place in our water and all that stuff to make everything work fine. So there we go. And then place this down right here like so. Now what we're gonna actually do is take out wooden pressure plates, make sure they are wooden, and we're gonna place wooden pressure plates along the whole entire outside. So skip one in from this piston. So skip over one piston and place in wooden pressure plates along this entire area until the end. Well, one piston away from the end. So right when we get one piston away from the end, stop there. And do the same thing on this side. Come one piston in and place wooden pressure plates right along the tops of this entire area. So all the way down like that. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and take out some slabs. So go ahead and take out any color slabs, really doesn't matter. And place slabs right along this outer edge like this. There we go. And do the same thing on this side as well. Just place it right along the outer edges like that. Next up, just take out any block. It really doesn't matter. Like I said, if you want to use dirt, you can, but I'm going to be using glass for this part just so we can see everything from the outside. So now what we're going to do is wrap it one block above our slabs right here, I guess you could just say. So come out one block and then just wrap it around the entire thing right along the outer edges. Like I said, you can use any block here you want, cobblestone, dirt, really doesn't matter. I just like to see what's going on the inside, so I'm going to wrap it around the entire outside, and then we're going to do the same exact thing on the inside as well. So just wrap it all the way around like this. There we go, all the way to the end, and then we're just going to wrap it around the inside as well. I might speed up the video for the inside because, like I said, you really don't need to see me do it. We're just going to go along the inside as well. And there we go, our waterway is completely done. So if I went ahead and I placed water inside of here, it shouldn't spill out anywhere. So if I place water right here, boop, as you can see, it won't spill out anywhere. It will just follow along our little waterway. Let's go ahead and get rid of this because we don't need that there at all. So now we're going to set it up so our armor stand will go around and around and around completely forever, making this whole entire thing actually work. So for this part, we're actually going to need blocks and slabs for this part. So starting off right here, we're going to place in 2 blocks like this, 2 blocks like that, and then place in a slab right behind it. And now we're also going to need signs for this part. So take out some signs, or, you know, maybe even vines might work, but I'm just going to use signs like so, or ladders. You know what? Ladders will work as well, but I'm just going to use signs. So right here, we're going to place in a sign right here off this corner block, and then place our water bucket right above our sign, boop, and it will make our first waterway completely done. So now the reason why we're making it like this with this slab upside down is so our armor stand will fit underneath here. If it's a full block, the armor stand will not fit underneath it. So make sure you use a slab here. As you can see, I can go right underneath it. If you cannot do that, then that means your armor stand is going to get stuck. Now, right when we reach the end of our waterway right here, as you can see, it stops right here. We're going to add in our first slab. So break this pressure plate and place in a slab right above it instead. Then we're going to go ahead and place in a sign right above that slab. And we're going to do the same thing we did over here. We're going to place in 2 blocks, 1, 2, 1, 2. As you can see, we're 1 right next to that sign. And then place in a slab back here. And then place in your water like that. And that's going to be our second waterway completely done. So if I went ahead and I took out an armor stand now, so let me go ahead and just drop in an armor stand right over here on this one. So place a block here and place in an armor stand. It should wrap around both of these. So as you can see, it's going all the way around. It's hitting our pressure plates absolutely fine. And then it will go up, hit that waterway, and start once again. As you see, it's working absolutely fine. So we're just going to do the same thing over and over again. So let's go ahead and get rid of this armor stand real quick. So boop. So right at the end of our little waterway right here, we're going to break this pressure plate, place in a slab, place in a sign right above it, place in 2 blocks, 1, 2, 1, 2, place in a slab upside down, and place in water once again. Wait for it to get all the way to the end and do the same thing again. Break this one, place in a slab, place a sign, place 2 blocks. The reason why I'm doing this entire one with you is to make sure you do not get messed up here, because if you mess up even the slightest, the armor stand will stop, and we don't want that to happen. So right here is where the water ended. And you know what? For this one, we're going to just do the same thing we did over there for that corner one. Let's just do the same exact thing we did for the corner one. So place in 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here. The reason why I'm saying that is just so nothing gets messed up here. So we're going to place 2 blocks like this off the corner, place in our slab upside down, place in our sign right here. I know it cuts off the water a little bit sooner than it should, but this will just make sure everything was working fine. Then we're going to place in our water here, just like we did over there on that corner. And now all we have to do is just follow down this line. Then once we reach here, break this, place in our slab, place in our item, place in our sign above our slab, 2 blocks, place in our slab upside down, and then place in our water once again. Follow our stream all the way to the end over here. Break this one, place in our slab, place in our 2 blocks. Oop, wrong way. Boop, boop, boop. Place in our sign right down here. Place in our slab upside down with our waterway right above it. Boop. It will go all the way down, and we only have to do this one more time. So break this one, place in your slab, place in your sign, place in your 2 blocks, place in your slab upside down, and last but not least, one more water bucket, and that should wrap all the way around to the end perfectly. So now our armor stand should absolutely 100% working. So we're going to place it in and make sure it's absolutely working. So we should follow it around once. Just follow it around once. Once you know it goes around one time, guys, it should never, ever get messed up. Even if something spawned in there, it really shouldn't stop on them. So it really shouldn't matter. So the armor stand should go all the way around. Ooh, as you can see, it's working absolutely fine. Like I said, I'm just going to speed up the video here so we don't have to watch the whole entire armor stand go around. Because like I said, it's pretty slow. But that's the reason why this thing works so well, is that it is slow. So we're going to go all the way around here. Perfect. And there you guys have it. It worked absolutely fine. 100% went around the entire thing. So now what I want you to do is take out any blocks once again, and we're going to place one more line of blocks on the inside, wrapping around. Now there's a bit of a piston glitch going on right now on Minecraft Console Edition, and the same thing happened on PC for quite some time as well. Once it gets fixed, then everything should be fine, but sometimes melons will get out of this thing. But guys, you're gonna be getting so many melons, it won't matter. If you lose 1 or 2 melons here or there, it really won't matter. It really won't matter whatsoever. And also, if you guys want to, I should have did this from the beginning. You could go ahead and just take out some bone meal, and you can grow up these melons right away, so they could start growing automatically. Because as you can see, none of them have grown yet. It's just simply because these things haven't been bone mealed yet. So you know, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and speed up the video. If you want to bone meal it, you can. If you want to just wait till they grow up themselves, that's absolutely fine as well. But guys, as you can see, melons are already growing because I went ahead and bone mealed it up. So we are pretty much done. We are completely done. All we have to do is just make our collection bay and put a case around it. Because like I said, right now there's a bit of a piston bug going on. So melons will sometimes, you know, get thrown behind the pistons. It shouldn't be doing that, but there's nothing I could do about it. So all I did was I put a case around it just to make sure it doesn't happen too much. I really don't know if the case helps at all. It might not help at all, guys. I'm not sure. But as you see, if a melon gets stuck on top of the piston, boop, it goes flying out. Now, the reason why I didn't put blocks right above the piston as well is because it's still, no matter what, if it gets behind the piston, it's going to get behind the piston. It doesn't matter. And I felt like when I put blocks one like that right above the piston, it happened a little bit more than it should have. If you guys want to try it, if you want to put another row of blocks around here, if you think it might help, then, you know, go ahead if you want to. But I felt like it was hurting it more than it was helping it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go right below my glass blocks right here, or whatever blocks you guys used. And we're just going to case this entire thing. We're going to put a big case around the entire thing. Just remember where your collection bay is right here. So, you know what, let's go ahead and just take out a few rails. We'll pull this out right here like that, just so we remember where our collection bay is going. And like I said, I'm just going to follow these blocks right around, and I'm going to encase this in a giant stone case. Okay, guys, I almost forgot to mention, make sure you place blocks underneath your pistons as well. So make sure you have blocks underneath your pistons, or else sometimes the melons will get spat out underneath them. This is only a bug on console right now. It shouldn't be doing this at all on PC. You should be absolutely fine. But for on console right now, you know, just make sure there's blocks underneath those pistons as well, or they might get pulled out underneath the piston. So let's go ahead and fill in the rest of this. I'm going to leave the bottom area open for now. I'm just going to leave that little bottom area open, and then we'll encase it at the end. But there is the entire thing cased open. And actually, let's go ahead and see how many melons we already got. Look how many melons have been growing inside this thing already. So let's go ahead and pick up all these melons. Guys, look how much melons we got. I was literally encasing that thing for maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes, if that. Not even 10 minutes. What am I talking about? I was probably encasing that thing for 2 minutes. And man, we already have 62 melons. This thing makes so many melons, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I don't know, you probably don't need one this big, even this big, honestly. But if you need one bigger than this, then you must need a ton of melons for some reason. So now that we got our whole entire case in, and I also put a little glass thing here. I like to see inside of it sometimes, but you don't have to do that as well. Now we have the case down. We're going to go ahead and build our little collection bay as well. It's a very simple collection bay, you know, just hoppers and some chests. So we're going to go ahead and take out some chests, and we're also going to need some hoppers for this part. So hoppers, and we're going to need our powered rails once again. And you know what, let's use levers. And of course, stone bricks will be absolutely fine, because I went with the whole little stone brick looking thing. You know, I'll probably put a cap on it as well, just so it looks nice. And there goes some melons. See, I can't do nothing about that right now on console. Sometimes melons will get spat out, but you're gonna be getting so many melons, guys, it won't matter. So to make this, it's gonna be quite simple. All we have to do is just follow our line of rails that we made over here. And why is that not connect? Oh, that's right, that's a powered rail. I'm actually gonna have to move that over one. Let me go ahead and do that right now. So as you can see where that powered rail is, we're just gonna move it over here, because no matter what, it won't work if we have it like that. So let's go ahead and take out this, boop, 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 boop. Place it in here, right here, and then we'll place it in a normal rail like so. Perfect. And let me fill this in, or else it's going to annoy me if it's not perfect. So boop, boop, and there we go. Perfect. So now it's time to build the collection bay. We just have to make it so it can go above 4 chests. The more chests you have, the better, because like I said, this thing's going to be producing a lot of melons, guys. So I could see this thing in a week probably filling up a lot of chests. So just make sure you do a lot for your collection bay. So we're going to turn it right here. We'll worry about doing the power rails later, and we're just going to bring it up at least enough to go above 4 chests. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be going right here along our glass blocks. So you saw we came up 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And now we're going to take out our chest, and 1 block away from this, we're going to place in 4 chests. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 double chests like that. Now we're going to take out our hoppers and place hoppers going into the sides of all these chests by going into crouch mode. So crouch, and then placing your hoppers going right into the side of your chest like that. As you can see, the notches are going perfect. So if I throw an item in right on top of this hopper, it will go funnel down all the way to the bottom of this chest first. And then of course, once this chest gets filled, then it's going to fill up this one, then fill up this one, and then fill up this one, and then move on, and you know, just fill up, keep filling up all these chests. Now it really depends on you. This is probably not going to be enough. You know, after a week, all these chests are probably going to be filled up. Depending on how much you play Minecraft, if you made one this big with this many chests, this thing is probably going to be filled up within a week. You saw how many melons I picked up in like 10 minutes, a stack in like 10 minutes. So that's ridiculous. So I highly recommend, you know, all you have to do is just skip one over, and then just place in another row of chests like that. Skip one over, place in another row of chests. Like I said, depends on how many melons you're going to need. If it gets filled up completely, does it really matter? No, you are going to lose melons, but the more the merry. The more you have, the better. So we're just going to take out our hoppers, and we're going to place them right in the sides of our chests. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. And like I said, you can add more if you really, really want to. It depends. It depends on how big you made it. If you made it this big, this probably, like I said, all these chests are probably going to be filled within the month. It's going to go pretty fast. So now what we're going to pretty much just do is make a line of hoppers going back over to this one. So we're going to place in a hopper right above this hopper right here. And now just follow this hopper going all the way this way in crouch mode. See, I'm sneaking. And we're going to go ahead and place in hoppers going all the way down this line until we reach the last hopper, which is right here. But we're going to come out 2 more. Just come out 2 more right above these chests. 1, 2. And that is where our line's going to stop. So next up, we're going to do is we're going to place a block right here, take out that lever we talked about, and we're going to place our lever right off this side right here and flip it down. Then we're going to place a powered rail off this one, and then just take out our normal rails and bring our normal rails going all the way down this line to the end. Now, of course, we're going to need a few powered rails right here so we can make sure our cart can make it all the way to the top. So, you know, just placing a few power rails going up like this. We just want to make sure that it can make it up. And then, you know, just place a lever off any one of these blocks. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the bottom one right here, actually. So we're going to go right here, place a lever off the bottom, flip it down. So now our powered rails are on. The only reason I did this is just so it looks nicer on the inside, so we don't have to see that lever. So boop, as you see, we don't have to see that lever now, and we can actually fill in the rest of these with some more blocks. So boop, 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 and boop. So now our whole entire collection bay is completely done. So now all we have to do is just place a minecart with a hopper right here, and there is a melon right there. And let's see how many melons we've got so far. Some of them probably already despawned though, because I've been working on this way longer than 5 minutes. But let's see. The cart's going to come up. It's going to drop a few melons off in here. And you really don't need it for the cart to... Oh, did the cart get stuck somewhere? Nope, here it comes. I forgot it's going a little bit slower than normal. So, boop. It'll go back up. And then it'll go all the way back around until it reaches the other side. See, it's going all the way around. Perfect. And then it's coming back. Right now. There it goes. I made it go a lot slower than that one. That one goes real fast because I have way more powered rails. So this one's just a tad bit slower. If you want to add more power rails in, like I said, it's absolutely fine. But let's see if we collected any melons yet. So we have 9 inside this one. We have 14 inside of that one. So 9, 14, 8, and 6. So 6 plus 8, that's 14, 28. And then 28 plus 9 is, of course, why can't I think of this off the top of my head? It's 37. So we have 37, and then plus the 64 that we already... Guys, look how many melons we got. That's... Wow, we just have so many melons already growing. Just look at that. See, another melon's growing there, another melon. It's just... Guys, there's so many melons. It's so crazy how many melons there are. This thing produces so many melons. Now that we got this completely done, we can actually go ahead and place in another row of blocks right here, so we don't have to see the rail underneath as well. You don't, like I said, you don't have to do this. It'll just make it look nicer as well. You know, you can actually fit this into a castle or something like that, right into the side of the wall. If you have a castle wall, you can put it. Oh, look, there's some melons right there. If you have a castle wall or something like that, you know, you can fit it right into a castle wall. It takes up really not much room, and it produces a ton of melons. And look at this; these melons are spitting out all over the place. So we actually add in this little bunch right here. Oh man, look how many melons we got already: 64, 18, 8. 14, 12, oh, so many melons. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cap off this little top area as well, just so it looks nicer from the top. But there you guys have it. That is how you build an automatic melon / pumpkin farm. And as you could see from the time I just took building it, you could, the output of how many melons or how many pumpkins you probably be getting is just ridiculous. There's just so many, guys. There's just so much you're going to keep getting. You're probably going to need more space for this. Don't know how many melons you're going to need. You don't really need to make it this big as well, but I feel like this is just the perfect size for the amount of melons anyone will ever need. So like always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.